Welcome to another episode of Candid Conversations, hosted by yours truly, Tech Coach Ralph, where we are engineered to win. In today's episode, we are going to talk about why you need to focus on yourself. So I always get my books confused, right? Um, there's a book called We the Living, and then there's another book called The Fountainhead, both by Ayn Rand from a long, long time ago, right? And there's a quote in that book that goes, this guy who is causing a lot of trouble to this like developer, this building developer. He asks him, "Tell me what you think about me," and the guy responds, "But I don't think about you, or I don't think of you, right?" And
Mr. Rourke, we're alone here. Why don't you tell me what you think of me in any words you wish?
But I don't think of you.
I started like I've always like thought this, right? But I was thinking about it last week, and all the distractions and all the care that we have for what other people think about us, and um it's like, honestly, no one is no one is really thinking about you like that. Like, if someone is so fixated on you, then that's a them problem, right? um a lot of times we change and conform our lives in order to make other people happy, and we end up not doing the things that we have to do, the things that we need to do, and that puts us in a position, um you know sidetracked, right? One of the reasons that I personally don't really get involved in a lot of things that other people are doing, don't look to join forces, to partner up and stuff like that. I mean, if we are working on the same initiative at the same time, then maybe we can work together. But usually that's going to be for a time, for a period. I cannot just go in 100% with anyone, because I have the things that I'm doing, the things that I'm working on, my goals, my focus, and a lot of times from what I see is that the directions that we're going in, they are for a time, for a period, and they're not indefinite, right? I have a way that I work that I'm always pushing forward, that I'm always pushing forward, and when I see that someone wants to work with me, but they are, sluggish, or not, they're not driving, they're not pushing, I'm like, okay, well, I need to keep going, right? I don't like to be slowed down by other people. That's just my nature. That's just me. And I'm always wondering, like, okay, why do you want to work with me? Right. So, and here's what happened to me. Here's what's happened in the past, right? When I do team up and work with other people, then I end up taking like a big majority, a big brunt of the work, because that's just my nature of, like, I have to work. I have to, like, I have a mission. I have a goal. I need to accomplish something, and it's like, okay, well, what about you? Like, there's been so many times, right? It's like, oh, I have this idea. I have this initiative. I want to do this. I want to do that, right? And I'm like, all right, cool. That sounds good. Let's do it. And then I put in all this effort, and then a little bit down the road, then something else comes up, and it's done, right? So I've done wasted my time. So that's why now I focus on what I have to do. I focus on my goals, my initiatives, not and like I said, if for that time being off on that pathway, your goals and my goals tend to align and is mutually beneficial to the both of us, then I'm like, all right, cool. We can do it. And once that your goals and my goals no longer align, then it was a great time, it was a great project, but I have to keep going. My train doesn't stop, right? And the thing about that is, it is a way to avoid distractions. We get so distracted by everything in life, right? It's like we are begging for distractions just to throw us off, and so we can have an excuse about the things that we say we want to accomplish. I don't know how many people that I've come across who have all these goals, these dreams, these desires, and at the second a little drop in the ocean happens, totally off guard, totally off focus. Like, it's just amazing to me that how many different ideas people can come across, and before it even gets started, another idea comes in, another idea comes in, another idea comes in. Can't stay focused, can't dedicate themselves to doing anything, and then but they want to bring you along, right? they want to bring you along, and it's like, oh, I'm giving you like it's the opportunity of a lifetime. It's the opportunity of a lifetime. And I'm like, well, I think the things that I'm doing, that I'm actively pursuing, that I'm actively doing, they're my opportunities of a lifetime. Does it does it guarantee to pan out? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. Right? Um, you know, how hard you work versus the ideas that you have and how they come together. Who knows, right? But my thing is, whatever it is that you do, right? You need to be focused on it. You need to drive towards it. And as you keep pushing forward, you're going to see new ideas, new revelations, new opportunities that are going to come up. But just talking, 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 not accomplishing anything, what's the like what are you looking to get out of that, right? And then why like I don't know. It's just so weird to me that how people will always want it's honestly it's abuse, right? They want to like if you don't protect your time, people will abuse the hell out of it. And I don't like that, and I like it's something that I've consistently been working on for God knows how long to protect myself from that, right? And when I say protect myself from that, it doesn't matter who the person is, right? I was talking about it on a live stream last week, and it doesn't matter who the person is, right? It could be your mother, it could be your father, it could be your sister, it could be your wife, it could be your husband, whoever it is, right? Like there needs to be a level of respect for you, right? And that respect for you, to me, it starts off with your time, right? People shouldn't be like actively looking to waste your time with no purpose and stuff like that. Like I said before, time is the only thing that is it's the most expensive thing because we can't get it back. So the thing that happens is like when people they just want your time. They just want your time. Like show me what you're doing with yours, right? In order for me to assess if my time, because time is an investment. Time is, like I said, it's the most expensive investment. In order for me to invest my time into you, I need to be able to see what you're doing with your time, right? I don't like. It's funny that I'm on YouTube because I don't like talking that much, right? I can hold a show, I can share information and stuff like that, but I honestly don't like talking that much, and I don't like listening to people talk that much either, right? If it's not like something productive, if it's not something that's going to take me to the next level to keep me growing, then I honestly don't care, right? I don't like to argue. I don't like to debate. I don't want to go back and forth with anybody. I don't want. I honestly don't care what you think about me, right? If you're sharing information that is going to help us be productive, that's going to help us level up, great. But if it's just like, oh, I don't like you for this, I don't like you for that, I honestly don't care. I don't care, right? It's about like my mindset is always set on growth, right? If like and here's the thing, right? A lot of like I remember like years and years of working, right? And we would always have like a mid-year review, annual review, and everything like that. And people used to dread it, like, oh my god, I'm so nervous going to review. But I was always eager to go into the review because the review would let me know, okay, what I'm doing well and what I need to improve, right? And what they would like to see out of me, right? And so I always appreciated the reviews, right? But a lot of people like they don't want that accountability. They don't want the assessment. But I think that is what we need in order to improve. But when people are like, "Oh, this is like I don't like you," I'm like, "Cool, but am I productive?" Right? And that's why like I really appreciate that the book The Fountainhead, right? Because you know a lot of people like what they're not focused on their growth. They're focused on what other people think about them, right? And a person like me, I don't think about other people, right? I don't think about other people like that. They're not my primary focus. Like there'll be people that I used to talk to for a long time, and then we don't talk for a while. Then we talk for a while. We don't talk for a while. Just how life goes. Friends that you grew up with and stuff like that. And you might see them like, oh hey, how's it going? And then we don't talk for like 2 years or whatever. And that's totally cool with me, right? Because when you're going forward, it's like this, right? You're driving on the highway and there's someone driving on the opposite side, right? You're not going to be able to stop and talk to that person and see what they're going on. Like the people who are going in the same direction as you on the highway are the ones that you have stuff in common, right? And then some people are going to get off exit 67, 68, exit 72, whatever, like exit 101, and you're like, maybe your exit is exit 275, right? Who knows? But you're gonna keep going, and while you guys are driving on the road together, you guys share that common interest, and you want safety for one another. You're like, you're looking out for the other drivers on the road. But once they get off the highway, you don't think about them anymore, right? And the ones who are keep going on the highway, when you get off, they don't think about you. You don't think about them, and that's how I see it, right? That's how I see it. I just I'm so focused on my success, on the people that I'm coaching, the people that I'm training. But like I said before too, right? Like the people that I'm coaching, if you drop off, then you drop off. Like I don't I don't have the capacity to be like, oh, I wonder how this person is doing. I wonder how this person is doing. All of that stuff, right? It's like I got work to do. You have work to do. And for the time that we're working together, I enjoyed it. I appreciate it and stuff like that. But then the times that you like when you find another route in life, then I s- good luck, right? Good luck. And it sounds harsh, right? But the thing is, if you want to be successful, right? Because I want to be successful, and I want you to be successful. But I'm not going to sacrifice my strive, my desire for success for yours, right? All you have to do is put in the work at the end of the day, right? And if you're not instilling that type of mentality and work ethic into the people who are around you, and that's what I try to do, right? I'm like, you got to work, right? Like I was saying earlier, like so many different excuses can come up about, oh, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, I'm behind on my schedule, I'm behind on that. I purposely set my schedule in advance in a way that I can't miss, right? Like if I have to cancel something, it's because I would like I couldn't. I physically couldn't do it, But that's how I structure myself because I remember like I've had plans to learn stuff for such a long time, but I would like, oh, I'm busy, I'm busy, I'm busy. Well, once I started creating content, somehow all that busyness went away, and I'm able to learn so much. I was talking to my parents the other day, and I'm like, although like I'm sharing all this information, how to get into the tech industry and all that stuff on YouTube. I'm actually the one who's getting the most out of it because I'm learning so much. I'm connecting with people, right? Amazing people, right? Connecting with people. So I'm networking, but even to me, right? Just because of my personality, even more important than that, like the softwares that I have enabled myself to learn, the technologies I've enabled myself to learn, the explorations that been able to do, right? It's like being able to go through Terraform, being able to explore some different automation stuff. Because like I've been wanting to try Cyber. Like I've been thinking about Cypress for a very long time, right? But I never did it. Heard about Playwright, never did it. All automation tools, right? Oh, we're gonna be getting to Detox soon. I never did it because I didn't force myself to. Always prioritize. Oh, that what they call that the work life balance thing, right? And I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me adjust work life balance, right? Because honestly, we have so much time on our hands that we just say, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Oh, the kids this, the kids that. Oh, this thing happened. Oh, I don't feel good. Everything like that. When I like, for example, if I don't feel good, right, my phone still works. I can still listen to something, right? I I'm always trying to make every use of my time. I mean, just the other day, someone was like, "Oh, maybe we can talk about something over dinner," and I'm like, "Well, I don't really have time for that." Oh, like, oh, but you have to eat. Sometimes I eat standing up. because I'm still working on other stuff. The other day, I had like I had a full day of working, right? I had Scrum day and everything, and I'm like, well, I do need to eat something. So in between going live and finishing up some other stuff, I was making some food, ate a little bit of it for 15 minutes, and then got back to work. Live stream for like 2 3 hours, and then I'm like, all right, let me finish the rest real quick, and before I go do some other stuff. But that's because I have a focus and something that I'm trying to accomplish. One of the reasons I really love the book by David Goggins, Never Finished, right? His latest book, Never Finished, is that I don't believe that we are ever finished with life, honestly, right? There might be times that we're going for certain goals, certain things, but the idea of being never finished is always continuing to push forward a new initiative. Like we finished this one thing, now we're moving on to the next thing, and we're keep going, keep going. Because to me, the day that you stop is the day that you die, right? You know, honestly, it's never finished, right? And like just to bring it back to the Fountainhead book, right? When he asked them like, so now that we're alone, tell me, what do you think about me? And he's like, but I don't think of you, right? We need to stop thinking of other people because honestly, they're not really thinking about us, right? The times that they're thinking about you is either when you're not doing what they want you to do, when you're not being their puppet, or or when you're not rocking with them, right? Like if you're focused on yourself, you're doing what you have to do, but they want your time, right? That's when they're thinking about you. But I like I think that if you have the mindset and the vision of I'm going in a direction and whoever is going in that direction with me at that moment in time, those are the people that I'm going to be working with. Those are the people that I'm going to be rocking with, right? Then that is going to be your strategy for success. But you always have to keep your focus, your vision, your north star on the top of the list, right? Because once the other people who are coming along with you, once they start to stray, when they try to pull you off track, you have your north star, you have your vision, you have your goals, right? You have your plan, and you say, and you evaluate, constantly evaluating everything that you're doing, all the people who are involved, all the people in your life, and you say, like this is the direction that I'm going in, right? And if you're trying to pull me off that direction, then it's time for you to get off my highway, to get off my train, whatever the case may be, whatever analogy that you want to use, right? Now, it doesn't mean that that you don't listen and adjust and take advice and stuff like that. You always have to be critical. You always have to analyze what's going on, right? But if someone is deliberately trying to sabotage, trying to take you off your purpose, especially when they don't have anything to show it for it yet, right? You gotta put yourself in the winning position. All right. So that's my thought. Like I said, I'm gonna wrap it up with this again. When the quote is, "But I don't think of you." Right? You need to focus. Like going back to the my first theme of the new year is focus. Right? What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish? Let's focus on that. Let's drive towards that. All right. Um, I don't know. Let me know what you think. Maybe you disagree. Maybe you agree. I don't know. I am curious to hear your thoughts on the subject matter, and we can go from there. But I'm gonna wrap it up. If you are new to the channel, or maybe you're not so new, whatever the case may be, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can know every single time we go live. Like the video, share the video with everyone. Leave me a comment, and let's talk. All right. And if you need some coaching, some additional content, go ahead and check me out at www.techcoachralph.dev, where you can get exclusive content and you can sign up for one-on-one coaching with yours truly. All right. On that note, thank you for tuning in. This is Tech Coach Ralph signing off with another episode of Candid Conversations.
If you enjoyed the fascinating information shared in this video and you want more, be sure to hit the subscribe button to Tech Coach Ralph to be notified for new videos.
Enigmatic Joker.